let's talk about some of these what's going on in the media today, in the
Yeah.
news today, in the podcast world today. A lot of our I don't know what do you call them favorites, fan
Yeah.
or like our podcast heroes, our
Yeah.
comedic heroes,
Yeah.
our idols. I don't know what you want to call them. Our
People
kind
that we
of
look up to.
people that we look up to. They're all moving out, moving on, getting me too'd. You name it, man. You got Joey
This
Diaz.
damn
You
new
have
culture.
well, you have first Rogan. Rogan signed a big deal with Spotify. Plans, this whole Corona thing got him actually confirmed moving out Texas. We talked about it. I think it makes sense for him. You have on it. You have the comedy scene. You have this kind of mix of liberal and conservative. You have the hunting. You have
You have him having a bunch of money when he hasn't fucking worry about anything. He can
yeah,
live
you
anywhere and
have
be happy.
big ranch. He's probably got a big compound set up now. I mean, this whole thing, like I think it works for him. He likes to be secluded anyway.
Yeah.
He's not really in entertainment that much anymore.
Yeah.
Um, Perfect for him. Then our boy Joey Diaz announces he's leaving LA,
That bum.
and he's talked about moving
Yeah. I mean, I was okay
eventually.
with him moving and just what? Like you're gonna bring up next?
That
What?
he's ending the
Yeah,
show
that upset me.
and that it's indefinite. Like he doesn't know if they're gonna reconnect him and Lee Sayet, who is his co-host, producer, or going to their hometowns.
Yeah.
Gonna live there for at least the next 6 months, and then eventually they said something about January reconnecting at some point in January.
Yeah.
This leaves the podcast in limbo to where it's pretty much after August, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
And that's sad news as a fan. And just looking at the whole big picture, it's like, dude, we're in Corona times. There's not much going on.
It's your time to like
it's
work
your time
hard.
to work hard, to
Yeah.
shine, to put out content, and for him to just call it quits.
Yeah, throw the towel in.
Yeah, and even I brought this up to you, like even after the cancer culture was going after him for like a past Rogan episode, it's almost like they wanted to go after him to get him out of the picture, and he's basically giving them the win. I
Right.
mean, kind of on his own terms, but he's leaving the scene. He's leaving the podcast scene. He's leaving the comedy scene, and he talked about Rogan even giving him a sweet deal of, I'm sure, a studio set up. You have the whole comedy scene down there. He'll help him out. Probably a beautiful place to live. And he turned that down. And he's going back home to spend I don't know, to
They're
reconnect
remaining
with
with you.
family and old friends that
Well, family he has none, but friends
Barely
that
any, right?
yeah. I don't know, like the
I
whole
don't know.
podcast thing bummed me out because I don't really listen to a lot of podcasts, and
Yeah.
as far as like on a consistent basis, like I'll be like a little whore and like listen to this guy and that guy, but I think he's the only podcaster where I'm weekly listen to
Yeah.
all the episodes Mondays and Wednesdays,
Yeah.
and to think that it's gonna be gone kind of
It
sucks.
sucks.
Because he's a favorite comic and he makes me laugh like a motherfucker. And
Yeah.
to know that he's gonna be gone like I get it, he has a family and he wants to be done with the whole LA scene, but you can still be done with LA and you can still be done with whatever you. I mean, as far as being with your family,
Yeah.
but why leave the show? You can
Yeah.
carry the show be mobile and do it through Zoom or Skype or
Zoom.
whatever.
Yeah. Do it
Why-
through Zoom for
why-
the next like 6
Yeah.
months.
I mean, and I get it. He hates Zoom, but I mean, there's people out there that have been faithful to you and
Yeah.
all these years that the people need you.
Yeah.
Why throw the towel now and altogether just stop doing it?
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Especially now. I think
It's an either or with him. It's not. It's with him. It's an absolute. It's either or.
Yeah.
It's not like he can't
Yeah.
do both.
And I have my own thoughts. I get it. A lot of these guys live in very expensive areas. They pay for very expensive scenery, and they don't like what they see. They have a lot of homeless, a lot of traffic.
Go somewhere else.
High taxes and all that stuff. But I don't think a lot of these guys really take advantage of LA. They're not in the streets with us. They're not out in the outskirts of LA like we are. And
The
it's nice out here.
suburbs,
It's quiet. There's really nice neighborhoods, really big mansion homes all over this area.
Everywhere.
You know,
It's so
we don't
broad.
we don't have to really deal with homeless. We see one here and there. It's like the neighborhood homeless person.
Yeah.
But for the most part, you can walk your kids around quiet. Nobody's going to disturb you.
Mhm.
There's gated communities all up around here. and it's a great place to live. And yeah, it's a lot. It's expensive, but it depends on
Where you live.
where you live. And if you're
Yeah.
living like a lot of these guys living in very expensive LA,
They live like in the heart of
Hollywood
LA.
areas,
Yeah.
it's
gonna be
yeah, I
super
can see it
expensive.
not being worth it. And I don't know, to just throw in the towel so easily on LA after only a couple months, and we're all going through the same shit. You're not anything special. You know what I mean? You make do like we're all making do. And then what happens when the everything opens back up again? Hopefully, what are you gonna do? You're all gonna come running back anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like it doesn't make sense,
Especially for someone like Lee who's going to Milwaukee and live with his mom. Like, what the fuck are you gonna do in Milwaukee?
Yeah, what do you? That's gonna be like that's gonna be good for a little while to maybe
That's
get
just gonna get old quick.
maybe get you through the holidays, but after that, man, I mean, what do you have over there in Milwaukee? You know, what I mean, not
He's gonna be in
shit on
his
Milwaukee
basement.
or anything like
Yeah,
that, but like
compared to LA,
you got a great gig working with Joey, doing the podcast 2 times a week,
he should
smoking, getting high
not
as
doing
fuck,
shit and
not
getting
doing
paid
shit
for it.
and getting paid, man, living the life.
He should get up and try to convince Joey to stay, or at least have the show be mobile.
And Joey, like, it's like, are you calling it quits for your career altogether? Because you're not going to be doing comedy for at least not the way you want for a long time. Podcasting and making money that way is probably the easiest thing you could really fucking do.
Yeah.
And you're not even going to do that.
Exactly.
Like, and you're going to throw it all away for what?
Because it's
some
too expensive.
Peace and quiet to save some money and reconnect with people you have pretty much nothing in
like
common
we were
with
talking
anymore.
about it, like they should get a summer home or a holiday home.
Yeah.
And go visit during the holidays.
Yeah.
Take a few months off, go back home. But to go to the extreme and go all the way out there.
And call it quits on everything.
Yeah. I mean, go for it, go out there, but have the show go on. There's ways, especially in podcasting, to have the show roll on.
Yeah. And I remember Diaz was complaining about the schools for his kids out here and all that, but you're going to the Hollywood, the Hollywood school. You're putting your kid in the Hollywood school.
Yeah, like, where every kid has a celebrity parent.
Yeah, put them. Come over here to like Whittier, where we're at.
Yeah,
give a nice $1 million home up in the hill.
Yeah,
put them in there's good private schools around here. Yeah. Put them in a good private school.
And I'm sure over here it'll be like culturally, it'll be different kids.
Yeah, different kids, like a white. Mix. No, they're not, and even if they are wealthy, they're not celebrity wealthy, and they're not celebrity entitlement. You know what I mean? They're just, they're part of your dad's a banker or a lawyer or something like that.
Yeah,
we got those up there. I don't know. It's just sad to see it all go away like that, and it's almost like these cancel culture people that went after Diaz are getting the win that they wanted.
Yeah,
and then we're losing in the end.
I just hope that when they do break, they reconsider everything.
Yeah,
and we saw that church.
Yeah. And then there's the stuff with Brian Callen. I mean, the allegations against him are serious. But when you're looking at you're reading the article, you're looking at it for what it is. He's coming out full on, hitting it hard, and saying that denying everything and saying that he's innocent and these are just false allegations and it's not what it seems. And nobody was there. Only these two people know what the situation is.
Yeah.
But this lady is not pressing any criminal charges as of yet.
She wants to fucking bash his career.
Yeah, and this guy has kids. He's got a pretty solid reputation.
Yeah, he has a career.
And he's got a career, and he's got family and friends and all the people that really care about him and fans. And now in this day and age, allegations on social media, on Twitter, which are a small part of the percentage of this whole world, really, is like judge, jury, execution. That's it. Even if you're proven, even if you come out like Chris D'Elia and prove your innocence, you're still burned.
That stigma,
you're still burned.
Yeah, exactly.
Advertisers don't want to be around you. Management companies don't want to represent you, and it's a struggle. So I feel bad for Brian in a sense. I mean, if he did rape her, obviously.
But the thing is,
things are going to come out.
I get the whole like, a girl not want to be silent and her come out, but why not do it when it happened? Like I don't get the thought of like my mind can't comprehend that someone can wait that long, over 20 years, to complain about it. Is that shit really affected you? Like, call the cops.
Yeah.
Do something.
And
Why wait this long?
From what it seems like, at least in terms of, I'm sure it could be confirmed, and Brian has put this out, was that she even auditioned for his shows and read with him and like they've remained in contact throughout the years. And it just and even if, let's say, he did have sex, I don't think it raped her or anything like that. I think he even confirmed that they actually had a real sexual relationship going on. And but I think it's possible for him and her to have sex and her not really maybe be all into it or want it, or even at the time of it happening be okay with it and go along with it. But I also don't think that he is intended to rape her.
They know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah.
That girl knew what she was doing. She was doing. She had a motive.
Yeah, and it's still possible for her, in her mind, she was forced into a situation. In his mind, he was going along with a situation that didn't see. I maybe, I don't know. Who knows? But I could see them having sex, and him not being aware and getting the signal that she was not necessarily all into it, and it was leaning more towards rape.
Something.
Yeah, and he might have not gotten the
I mean, if a girl's
I don't know if I'm saying it right. You know what I mean?
No, I get you. But if a girl's not comfortable, fucking say it. Say something.
And maybe that point didn't get across to him. Maybe, and he
it
didn't register him in that way that he was forcing himself on top of her.
And I'm not saying that it didn't happen, because I don't know what the fuck happened. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, why wait this long?
Yeah.
Why not make it an issue when he first felt that way?
And I could see, I could see it going down and her not being fully into it.
Yeah.
But also, I could see him not, fully gauging the situation and seeing it as.
I mean, they're both adults. They should be adult about it and talk about it.
He saw it as consensual. He saw it as her going along with it. He didn't. I'm sure he didn't realize that she really was feeling attacked in some way. You know what I mean? And not to mention that it comes out now after Crystalia situation comes out. And that's the only and that's the only reason that she felt comfortable coming out, after Crystalia got in trouble. But it's like this Me Too movement and all this shit has been going on for a good while now.
Yeah, there's a big old spread on the LA Times with her,
a good 5 years now.
Dramatic photo session.
She went through a photo shoot and all that stuff.
It's like, come on. She wants attention. She wants sympathy.
And when the Me Too movement was out and hot and everybody was going, like, the worst were getting put out there, why not bring his name up?
Yeah.
Why not put it out
why
there?
now?
Why now? I don't know. We're not victim blaming, but you look at the situation. If you know who Brian Callen is, and he's pretty transparent in terms of who he is, it doesn't add up, and it's not. It doesn't seem like it went down the way it seems. So it just sucks all around. This whole podcast world, especially that group, looks like it seems like they're being targeted. I don't know by who. You got Amy Schumer out there, who's probably one of the most famous female comics. Piece of shit, man. She's the minute somebody like this gets kind of burned in some way, she is the first one to just trash them. And it's like, damn, you got to live with your words, and you got to live with that reputation after it's all said and done. Yeah. And let's say these guys get proven innocent, and
she looks stupid.
Then you look stupid, and so
not only that,
but Schumer, man.
But like, you just burn your own, like, a bunch of bridges that
you're burning bridges.
Probably can't even repair.
That won't repair. No, not the way what she said. I don't know. It's just sad. It's just sad to see a lot of the stuff go down the way it goes down. And I'll obviously, for the victims, and if things went down the way they did, but it doesn't seem like it. All 4 victims getting their justice. You know what I mean? But
hopefully, sooner rather than later, we get an outcome.
Yeah,
a positive outcome.
Yeah. So, man, all the podcast world is being shaken up right now. All the OG podcasters are kind of being, like, moved around in pieces, and it's really disheartening. And you have, like, everybody, getting the podcast now. Yeah. It's like Michelle Obama just announced hers, and it's like, ugh, you know what I mean? All these big companies are getting into the podcast game, which is great, but also bringing in a lot more eyeballs, a lot more corporate shit. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tainting. It's turning into television in a lot of ways.